Hello, awesome people. This is Dragon Ball Awesome, and today we're going to share everything we know about the upcoming game Dragon Ball XenoVerse. Also, if you're interested in the game, make sure to subscribe because there's going to be extensive reviews and gameplay of it on this channel when it comes out. So let's power up and jump in. The game is coming out on February 24th in North America for PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. And on February 27th, it's coming out in Europe and on Steam for PC all over the globe. It's being developed by Dimps, the team behind some of the most acclaimed Dragon Ball titles like the Budokai series. And they're also responsible for Dragon Ball Evolution, the game. But let's just leave that in the past. It should be noted that this is the first Dragon Ball game made by Dimps that has a 3D combat system like the Tenkaichi series. Now, some people love Tenkaichi and some people hate it. I personally think that it works perfect for a Dragon Ball game, and I prefer it over the traditional side-to-side fighting style found in Budokai. However, some of the things that were better about the Budokai series were the controls and the fighting mechanics. So as far as I'm concerned, Dimps could possibly create the perfect Dragon Ball fighting game by blending the good things about both series. I'm super excited to see how it turns out. Let's start off with some information about character creation and the story. The game has an extensive character creator, allowing you to choose your race, gender, movesets, hairstyle, body size, and more. The races available are Human, Saiyan, Namekian, Majin, or even Frieza's race. Your character's race alters their abilities, and you can even level them up and learn new moves. I think that this is a great addition to the Dragon Ball Z fighting games, because the series was all about training and getting stronger. Your character can also become an apprentice of different Dragon Ball characters in order to get some of their special costumes and moves. Your created character is thrust into a storyline that involves time travel. Future Trunks sends you on a mission to correct the Dragon Ball Z timeline because an unknown force has changed history. Your character travels to different legendary Dragon Ball Z battles to observe what has changed and to fix the altered timeline. You will enter all of the big epic Dragon Ball Z battles, such as Goku vs Vegeta, Goku vs Frieza, Gohan vs Cell, and Goku vs Buu. The story will also feature the fight with Bills from the movie Battle of Gods. In addition to all of that, the game introduces its own new original characters. The main villain of the game is a brand new evil character. His name is Demigra. Interestingly, he is a demon god, and it seems that he comes from the same universe as Dabura. I love that idea, and it seems like he's going to be an amazing villain. The other notable new characters are his minions Tawa and Mira. Here are some of the core features of the game. The game's 3D environments are fully destructible. They're huge and they allow you to roam freely. And of course you can fight on the ground, in the air, and underwater. There is dialogue that happens during fights, instead of just cutting away to a cutscene. And fighters have detailed facial expressions during their fights that allow their personal characteristics to be showcased. There is freedom to fly around Earth and a few other locations too, including a central hub for the game, which is in a futuristic city. Transformations take place during the match, instead of the lame alternative of having every transformation just be a separate character that you select. I hate that, but this is awesome. There is split-screen multiplayer, much like the Tenkaichi series. There's also, of course, extensive online multiplayer modes. Fights can be up to 3 versus 3 online and offline, and it doesn't look like it ruins the game in the way that it did to Battle of Z. This actually looks really good, and it's something that I've been waiting for them to do right forever. The World Tournament mode will be available both online and offline. So here is an in-depth look at how the fighting gameplay works. First, let's take a look at the heads-up display. Of course, there's a health bar. And then we have the special meter. It's separated into individual bars. Different special attacks will take either 1, 2, or 3 bars depending on how powerful it is. You can recharge the special meter by landing regular attacks on your enemy. Next we have the energy meter, which is also separated into bars. The energy meter is basically consumed when you guard, evade, or boost. It recharges while you're not doing those things. Now for the actual fighting mechanics. The 3 regular attacks are Weak, Strong, and Kai Blast. This is much like the Budokai series. Of course, the weak attacks are fast and the strong attacks are slow but do more damage. You can use light attacks to create fast combos, and you can combine those combos with heavy attacks. Interestingly though, heavy attacks actually drain the energy meter of your opponent, and you can also charge heavy attacks and release them at any time for more damage. but a fully charged heavy attack will actually break the guard of your opponent, opening them up for some more attacks. New to the Dimps DBZ games is the ability to jump. You can do jump attacks, and you can use the jump to cancel certain moves that take time to execute. You can also hold down the jump button to ascend into the air. Of course, you can also press down the left joystick to descend back down. Another cool addition is the ability to throw your opponents. This is a good way to get some distance and buy yourself some time to charge up. The Kai Blasts are a little bit different from the Tenkaichi series, as you cannot charge them. Instead, holding down the button will just shoot them rapid fire. Interestingly, when your character is moving normally, they are immune to Kai Blasts and will actually just knock them away. Now here are the abilities that actually use your energy meter, which is also known as the guard meter. You can use a boost to rush your enemies or to escape them. However, while you're boosting, you are no longer immune to Kai Blasts. There's a guard button that blocks incoming attacks, but it drains your energy meter while the guard is engaged. Like I mentioned before, heavy attacks can break your guard. And I should also mention that you do not turn to face your opponent while you're guarding, so they can easily get behind you, rendering your guard useless. You can hold down the left bumper and flick the left stick in any direction to do a fast evasive dodge. I really like this mechanic. It looks and feels just like a real Dragon Ball Z fight, and it can make really high level play much more interesting. Of course, this uses your energy meter also. You can use a vanish move that causes you to appear behind your opponent. This uses a lot of your energy meter. You can also use escape moves, which make you invulnerable for a short period and cause your character to get away from the situation quickly. This can be useful in big battles with many fighters. Now for the special and ultimate attacks. Looking at these button combinations actually makes me pretty excited. I always thought that the Tenkaichi games had too many button combinations for the special attacks, and I love to see that the special attacks here are just right trigger plus any of the 3 attack buttons. And of course, it looks like the ultimate attack is pretty much the same, but with both triggers held down. There are many different types of special moves, including big Kai Blasts like the Kamehameha, burst rush moves, which can actually be used in combos, power-up moves like the Kaioken and Super Saiyan. And of course, there are many ultimate attacks, some of which are unlockable, and some of which entirely drain the energy meter of your opponent. You can slam your opponent against a wall and then continue your combo on them. And that concludes our in-depth look at Dragon Ball XenoVerse. If you want to see our full character roster video, just click right there. And in the meantime, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Dragon Ball Awesome. See you next time, awesome people.